Hello, good afternoon. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. We're back. Oh, why does it always do that to me just before I go to stream? It was working fine. Hey, look in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. I've only just got used to the green hell the right way round, and then they've thrown in the green hell with the Grand Prix circuit, so the endurance track, the wrong way round. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Did I say a naughty word? What did I? I'm gonna have to. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to check back. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh crumbs! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Dear! Right. Okay. What are we doing today? So yeah, the Nordschleife for the wrong way round. Oh, crazy, crazy, crazy. Welcome to Ollie and Wayne and Grenster. Good afternoon to you guys. Thank you for joining me. This is a little bit of a unexpected one. I wasn't going to be buying the power pack, and then I gave in and I did it. I did it. So we're going to have a little look at that today. Basically, if I've got this right, there's around about 50 races, I think. You do a race, you get stars. You get stars, you can get cars, and there's 6 cars, I think, that you can get in here. But I'm not sure if you can get those 6 cars and then use them in the main part of the game or not. Who knows? So at the moment, a lot of this is locked down. Now, the other thing as well in here is you have to pay to do these races. So up here, this one here looks like it's either 100,000 credits to race it or 100,000 credits you're going to win. I'm not sure. This one here, American Muscle Cars, the GTI, the Civic Race, and then you've got the Porsche Cup Legends, the Tuning Battle of FF Cars, Hakasuka, whatever that is, 1970s. All of these are themed. These are all themed races. So we'll have to see. Yeah, you seem to need to earn stars. Well, didn't it? Stars possibly unlock the cars? I'm not sure. I am not sure. We will find out. So, yeah. So at the minute, there's a lot of stuff that's locked here. It's the Nürburgring Tourist. So if we were to go down this pink route, because you know I hate pink, we could do the Porsche Cup Legends. Then you are potentially going to get to 250,000 credits. That will unlock the Nürburgring Tourist. And then you're going to get a 4-star roulette ticket. Oh, whoopee-doo. Then you unlock European Old Timers. And then you get a 5-star roulette ticket. Then you do the Nürburgring GR3. And then you get a 6-star roulette ticket. Another 6-star roulette ticket. So one will be for a car. One will be for an engine. and then you get 1,000,000 credits at the end when you finished that particular route through the game. So all looking rather interesting. And, you know, is that the car that you're going to win? Because obviously they're saying that there are 6 cars and we've got 6 categories here. We've basically got this Porsche Cup Legends, the American Muscle Cars, GTIs, Civic Races, the FF Tuning Battle, and the whatever this Hakusaka is going to be. Where is the secret route? I don't know what the secret route is. I do not know. It's like for this one, you've got, you know, lots of different ways to go. You've got Celebration of South. You've got Hasuka 70s. You've got Historic Rally. Then you've got Group C Memories. This is all seems to be like older stuff. This one, the Tuning Battle, is FF Tuning, 500 horsepower, 300 horsepower, 300 horsepower, 1,000 horsepower. So these are obviously where you're going to be able to tune your cars to try and win. So for those of you that like tuning, there's a good one there. This one's Nürburgring Tourist, European Old Timers, and the Nürburgring. So this one seems just 3 on that one. That might be one to start with. I don't know. American Muscle. We've got American Muscle Cars, the Desert Beetle, and another Desert Beetle. So that's going to obviously be the Barger Bug. You got the Corvette, I would imagine, couple there. Bump drafting. So they're promoting bump drafting as well in this one. And then for the GTI, we've got, that's just, so the GTI, European Old Timers, more Old Timers. And over here we've got Porsche Cup Legends. So there's all sorts, all themed. And then for the orange one, we've got the Civic Race for the night. So it was 90s, 90s, 80s, 80s. Gran Turismo 500, another Gran Turismo 500, and Gran Turismo 300. So, yeah. So this one's going to be interesting. Anyone know what races I must do to unlock the new tracks? Says Skeleto Wade. I've got the new tracks. So I'm assuming that you're just going to need to level up in the game. What level are you at, my friend? What level are you at? I'm at, well, was 50, now 70. Jumped straight to 70. What a waste of time that was. Right. What do we want? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to do the blue, the green, orange, purple, or pink? Everybody's going to go pink, aren't they? Grenster, I would be with you on that one. There are endurance races in here, so I would be with you. In that case, Skeleto, then you should have them. You should have the 2 new tracks. Very weird. So where are we going? I want blue, green, orange, purple, pink. I'm thinking pink because there's only 3 races in the pink one. There's a lot more in all the others. Should we go pink? I don't do pink. Should we go pink? Number 1 says got to be green. Why not yellow? There isn't a yellow. Oh, there is a yellow. That's the okay. We got yellow, and number 1 says green. Got to be green. The GTI route. We have a look at that. So, we're on the Eiger one in a. Well, the GTI is interesting because we've got a Peugeot 205 GTI, and then we've got a Mini, and we've got a Fiat 500, and oh, this zooms in. Okay, so this zooms in. And we can now see the stars that we're going to get. So let's just go into this one. We'll enter this race. It's 10-minute, laps of 3. There's 12 cars. And difficulties. Look, you got chili peppers. So we can do it in the 205 GTI, just for the regular money. It's going to cost us 300 credits to enter this one. Or we could do it in the Mini Cooper, or we can do it in the R-Bath. Obviously, the R-Bath is going to be the more difficult one. Should we do it in the Cooper? Shall we do it in the Cooper? I don't believe you got to buy the power pack to get all of the tracks. No, you should. They're part of the part of the Spec 3 update, as far as I'm aware. Right, so in this one, as I understand it, we do a practice, then we go into a qualifier, and then we go into a race. So it's like a full weekend. Sort of similar to how I used to run my streams, where we had practice, then we did a qualifying, and then we did the lobby race. So welcome to the practice round. During the session, you can race and return to the pit as often as you like. Now's your chance to warm up before the qualifier, getting a feel for the track and the handling of your car. Remember, you can practice as long as the time allows. Check the leaderboard for the lap times of other drivers. Compare these with your own times and set goals. So we're going to be on the hard tyres. As you prepare for the qualifier, you'll want to be aware of how you are ranking. There's no need to aim for the top spot right away. Try to set a goal that is in keeping with your abilities. Your first priority is to study the track, so pay attention to your braking points and your driving line. As you get comfortable with your car, try to get a feel for when's best to accelerate and how to steer. Once you've got the hang of it, you can probably move on to the qualifier. That's when the competition really begins. So are we in control? So we've got travel speed, spectate, settings, and end of practice. So settings are just your normal car settings and everything else. Spectate will be to go in and watch other people. We can speed up the travel, or we can go to track. Well, let's go to track. Oh my gosh, that car is slow off the line. So we should be racing against Sophie 3. Sophie 3 is supposed to be more refined, harder, I would gather more intelligent, and probably going to adjust to how we race. And for the moment, the wheel feels fine. It's very light in this car. But we are on the sports hard tyres, which seems to be the standard tyre for this one. Ideally, I want to get up behind a Sophie car and see how we're doing. There's 3 just around this corner. So we're looking for a 129. Is it still very easy to win? I always do my Sophies on the professional level. I just don't want to run around in the R-bath. If I'm honest. Maybe we'll need to. I guess if you're grinding for money, then you'd want to do it on the harder car. So the big question will be whether we've got a rolling start with these AI cars a million miles ahead, or whether we're going to be on a grid start and it's all going to be a bit closer. Who knows? They're going to be grid starts, so at least we're going to be closer then. That'd be good. Now, it looks like we've got 56 minutes of practice time. Wow, well, we've got 56 minutes left. That's an hour of practice time. Well, I'm not going to want to sit here for an hour going around this track, which I know. I guess if you're on a new track you don't know, then fine. So what we'll do is we will return to the pit, travel speed, so we can just see what sort of times people are setting. So 1:23.0 and Gallows are 1:23.8. Look, I don't care if I am at the back, so let's just go. Exactly. So now we get into the qualifiers. So that's the practice, getting used to the track. And thankfully we know a lot of those. It's time for the qualifier. The lap time set here will determine the starting grid for the finals. Compared to the practice, this session is shorter. Just relax and try to set yourself a good lap time. You'll now be sharing the track with other drivers, so watch your map and find a path onto the track. Focus as you exit the pit lane and be attentive to other cars around you. Once you've found a clear path forward, go for it. And if a car is coming up fast behind you, let it go ahead. The key to a good time is not getting in each other's way. If things get too crowded, it might be wise to pull back and prepare for the next lap. Just remember to maintain confidence in your driving and braking as you make your way around the track. When you think you've had a good lap, return to the pits. Take a moment to study the other drivers' times. As the clock counts down, you can decide whether or not you want to have another go. So that is all pretty much what we say in our lobby racing when we were doing, well, when we're preparing for races. Stay out of everybody's way in qualifying. Maybe use a slip if you can get it, but don't impede somebody. And keep an eye on how you're doing. So let's see. Hello, Ozzy. Incidentally, there are some good things in the Spec III for our nightly lobbies. I've now got the ability to force you to do a pit stop. Also, I think PD have been listening to our streams because you can set it up by decades, a lower year and a higher year, I believe. So that's going to support our decades night really nicely when we do a Friday night special. There's a few other controls in there as well, which is rather nice. Also got the ability to add an event code so we can stop people getting in. So if we're going to be doing a teamed event, or maybe we're going to be doing one of our cat and mouse nights or something like that, and people want to pre-register for it, then we can lock that down so that other people can't get in. It would be great for people like Rita at TCSRL that have got ranked league races on. That would be really, really useful. Because then you haven't got to kick out people that haven't registered or are not in the league. So some nice little features in Spec III, I have to say. At the moment, I'm not hearing or seeing anything with regards to the penalty system being updated. I believe that we've got 20 cars on the track at times, but I think in the multi-user mode, we're still going to be limited to 16. And there was one other thing that I was looking for and it escapes me right now, but on the whole, it's looking, you know, like it's all going in the right direction. Oh, dirty driving. I would have liked to have seen some way of reporting dirty drivers or handling dirty drivers in the daily races. I'm not seeing or hearing anything with regards to that either at the moment. Whether anything will happen, who knows? Oh no, don't go on the grass or in the wall. It's going to hurt my time. Basically a 10-minute quali, which is the normal sort of time that we do for our qualies when I do qualifiers in our lobby racing. So it's a nice time to get just a few laps in. It would be nice to be able to do single make races, yes. That is one of the things that I have realised is missing. I would like to have been able to do that. Maybe it will come. Who knows? Up Stomp, interesting question that one. Are all of the races against Sophie 3? I did Yas Marinas earlier on in a Ferrari against Sophie, and it felt very much like it was before. Relatively easy to get through Sophie. Sophie 3 is supposed to be DLC only, and this is the DLC pack that we're looking at now. So whilst I haven't heard anybody say otherwise, I think that it's Sophie 2 in the Spec 3 and it's Sophie 3 in the Power Pack. But it's going to be very interesting to see how Sophie 3 behaves compared to the Sophie 2 races that I've been doing. So again, watch this space on that one. It's interesting actually about the goofy emoticons. I don't recall seeing those when I was racing at Yas Marinas earlier on. But then again, I only did one race at Yas Marinas, and I was more concentrating on the actual lap and learning the track. I do actually know it from playing Formula 1, but haven't run it for such a long time that it did take some getting used to. Also in the sports cars or the GT cars, very different to running that in a Formula car. So, where are we? Let's just return to the pit. We can change the travel speed. Oh, that does reduce the time down. So we can speed through, or we can retire. But we have got to leave it to go. So it's a little bit like other games I've had, Formula 1, where you can speed through very quickly and you can see how things are changing. So if suddenly Gallo was to go ahead, I can now maybe jump out and try and get a lap done, but unlikely to with only 1 minute to go. So yeah, that's I'm used to that. Mad Mikey, try a race with a high difficulty in Power Pack races. See if they are harder for you. Well, I normally run my Sophie races on professional. So I've only gone for the Mini in this one because I don't like the Fiat. That's the only reason why I've gone for the Mini. Otherwise, I would have gone for the other car. But let's get going. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't drive recklessly. All the usual things here. Don't make any mistakes. Yeah, exactly. Dan is loving PMR. We'll be trying Spec 3 later, though. I so would love to be doing PMR at the moment, but until they get the wheels sorted out, I've come away from that for the minute. Hellcat, there is no need for people to talk about Project Motor Racing. Yeah, there is that. Right, let's get going. Let's get this one underway. Yeah, I'm sort of parking PMR at the moment. We're on Gran Turismo this afternoon. Right, okay, so we're out front at the moment. It's interesting you only had a choice of 3 cars. It'd be nice to have like gone in the Golf or something. So we only had, what do we have? The Peugeot, the Mini, and the Abarth. Well, I got mugged off the line. Woo! Okay. So, Sophie, what are you doing? I might have to concentrate a bit on this one. Sophie certainly moved over on me there when I was at the side of the track as if I wasn't there. So we'll get up the inside of that one. Try and sweep up the inside here. Underneath. Take a little trip across the grass. I tell you what would be really nice is rather than having those words come up, which I'm finding really annoying, I'd much rather have an engineer in my ear saying last lap, 1 lap remaining. I feel text on the screen is very old now. Why are we not putting that out as an engineer? That would really raise the immersion a lot better than just having something coming up on the screen there. That's a little bit disappointing. Kaz, if you're listening, we'd like an engineer's voice, please. Race engineer. Rather than these silly words that keep coming up. Oh, 1.5 seconds up already. So it should have come up and said that I got a new fastest lap. It should have come up and said that we were on the last lap, rather than it popping up in the screen. That's very, very annoying. Even to the point I'd rather turn it off if I could. Open your window and you'll shout them out. Hey, Revolution, how you doing? Yeah, you should do that. I'll be able to hear you from where you are. That would be good. I'll pop a loud hailer, one of those loud hailer things, you know, them big speechy things. I'll drop one of those round later on. Oh, this is too easy. I thought the Sophie 3 was supposed to be harder. Come on, go round. Oh, way too easy. Like Mikey said, too easy. Yeah, you do need an audible spotter, definitely. So we got 20 stars. We won that easily. Difficulty bonus, so plus 10%, is giving us 66,000 credits. So some nice credits actually for a very short period of time racing. We then get the normal replay, which I'll skip over. Welsh Boy says, I downloaded an app for commentary called Victory Dash. Ooh, interesting. Ollie says, take the harder car next time. Well, it's funny you should say that. Because, look at that. Power Pack, 1 of 50 completed. So can we go back in? So we can enter it again. We could do that one again. or we can move up to Alsace Village. So again, we've got the same cars here. So I think with the 6 different routes, we're going to be getting the 6 different cars. So I think that's the way that this is going to work. And we're going to have to finish all of these to get that car. Right, so we're into practice. This is going to be painful in this car. This is going to be very, very, very painful. Oh, it's the full Alsace track as well. It's not the test track. I thought it was just going to be the test track. Okay. Oh, we could be here for some time. We could be here for some time. Yeah, let's just get out of that and we'll learn this car while we're qualifying, I think. Let's just jump straight into the qualifier. Absolutely, Revolution. I will catch up with you on PMR once they get it sorted out. I need it for the Logitech wheel. I can't race it without. It's a nightmare. We are talking to PMR at the moment, and PMR are talking to Logitech. But anyway, let's get back to the Gran Turismo. I am actually going to be doing some PMR on Monday on the stream. I'm going to be doing an hour of PMR from 8 till 9 o'clock. For anybody that out there is interested. Yeah, up stomp up. I've sort of left it alone now. Obviously Bruno is talking to Rich, I believe. And I think, ugh, crikey, I didn't want to go around there at all. What a horrible little car this is. I've just been reminded why I hate this hard path so much. Yeah, I'll put it away and really put it away until they come back with something sensible for us to test. And when they do, I'll get back into it. For now, there's a load of new stuff in Gran Turismo to look at. I'm hoping it'll be simple, but I think it's certainly beyond tinkering with the settings now. Right, let me get back to things that do work. So this is, we're still only on lap 1 and we're not even round it yet. Right, just need to be, whoa, okay. Do not put a wheel in the curb on that one. Corner. Yeah, be a little bit more careful. This is why you should do practice, my friends. Come on, go, car. Can we please go? I have my foot flat on the accelerator, it's just not moving. Ollie, oh sorry, Grenster got 102,000 credits for doing the R-bath around Eiger. Right, we'll brake a bit earlier. Still doesn't want to slow down. Okay, right, qualifying lap. Right, Grenster, if you're in the wrong gear for this one, you will feel the car punish you. Gotta keep the revs high. Absolutely, well, you saw there. If you crash out, trying to get it going again, really slow. Crikey, this could be the slowest race of all time. With 3 minutes for that lap. This one hopefully will be a lot quicker. Oh, the Verstappen liveries for that Ferrari were going to be released really quickly. Ugh. Look, wow. We could be last in this one. Look at this, look. Are we going to go? Can we go, please? Please move. So the best lap times are 2:39.994. Ooh. Right, I need to stop looking at the chat. Do not put a wheel on the inside of that curb. Highs all set at 2:34. Ooh. It's a bit tail uppy, this thing. Hate this car. Hate it with a passion. Should be dead last. 5th? So we're in 5th and we've crashed this thing about 20 times. I would have expected to be dead last. Wayne, it's boring. This is like a grind, if I'm honest. Should we break out into a song? Actually, I'm wondering about just taking it easy and starting at the back of the grid and have a little race through. Do a Mr. Kobe. There you go, Drax Fury saying skip quali. I'm seriously thinking about it. At the moment, I'm just getting a little bit of a feel for the car. Please don't say I've got to do all of these races in the Arbath. At the end of it, I think I'll probably want to slip my wrists. You see, I want to have a race engineer saying 3 minutes. I don't want that popping up there. That's just ridiculous. So we're starting... That'll do. We're starting middle of the pack. So Heisel is doing a 234. I'm doing a 241. So that puts me a good few seconds off the pace. Vic, good afternoon. It's all right. It's with the middle car. It was dead easy around Eiger. I mean, this is a track that I'm not very good at, Alsace, but we're going to try it in the Arbath this time, which is the slower of all of the cars. So you get 3 cars. You get one that you just get the regular rewards on. Then you get the middle one, which gives you a bonus, and then you get the slower one, which gives you a bigger bonus. So we've gone for the bigger bonus one. This one. Yeah, it's interesting that you guys are talking about this race engineer stuff, but it's not something that I've looked into. Maybe I need to look into this. Maybe I need to look into it and see what's what. Right, okay, so we're going through all of the cars. No way to skip this. You just got to wait for it to go through all of them. We're starting in 8th, so we're starting mid-pack on this one. But at least we're racing Sophie. We're in the middle of the pack. Let's see what happens. The red car behind me came in quick there. But now drop back. So closed up massively under braking. And then once we got going, dropped away. So this should be Sophie 3. This is the new Sophie. Whoa. We crashed. We're in trouble now. We don't like this car. Right. I don't think we're going to catch them now. Ugh. I said I would never drive the Arbath ever again. And now I find myself in it. Come on, little mini. we've got some serious catching up to do. We're 12.5 seconds behind at the moment, and that time is not coming down, even though I've got a slipstream off of the Renault in front. That time is not dropping at all to the leaders, which is actually quite encouraging. I like that. So I've made a mistake and it's absolutely crucifying me for it, which is what you want. So Gwen's just saying that Hakusuka 70 has some beautiful cars in it. So what you're saying then is I've chosen the wrong one to start off with. For what it's worth, I'm planning on streaming all of my, all of this right the way through to the very end. It is my aim to stream the whole lot. Why have you guys put me in this car? Why can't you let me in the Mini? Whoa. 2 laps remaining, but we are way behind the leaders. And I think they're going away from us. Oh, no. We caught the curb again. This car kills you. On the curbs. Now the question is, can you drop out of a race and just restart it? Now that I do not know. So we can retire, or we can continue. We'll keep going. But obviously we're going to have to win this race at some point. Oh, might retire me from the whole weekend. Ooh. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? It makes Sophie angry. Well, you got no sad faces, so it doesn't make any difference. Oh no, done it again. Don't like that corner. But it is good that Sophie is, in this particular one, the hard is hard. I can see that this is going to be one of those races that I'm going to have to do several times to win it in this car, which is the way it should be. The medium one around Eiger was fairly easy, I have to say. Did I turn Sophie thingies off? I had them on when I was doing Sophie the other day. Come on. Oh. I'm going to assume that PD will add more nodes to this in future releases and maybe give you the opportunity to earn more cars or something. I think otherwise, for £30 just for this module and 6 cars and 5 million credits is not really gonna float my boat, if I'm perfectly honest. Not when you think what you get, you know, for £50 for the whole game. This module's okay, but for me, I think it's going to be a little bit of a grind. I might change my mind as we go through, who knows. But to be quite honest, I think with everything that's going on in the sim world at the moment, the new races that are coming out, the fact that PD don't appear to have done anything with the bits that we want, I'm not sure that I would have... Put it this way. Would I have preferred to spend 30 quid on a different game? Probably. Just to get some variety. If you're into racing different, or you know, playing different games, you know, like, I think the 30 quid could have been better spent elsewhere, if I'm honest. I mean, oh crikey, I've only been in this for an hour. And the first race was dead easy. This one, not so much. So we got 13 stars. And we came 8th in that one. So basically, difficulty bonus. 42,000 credits. I mean, it's a good credit grind. I'm not going to lie, you're getting some good credits from this. We won't need to watch that, and we'll just come out of there. We'll retry that one because I don't want to progress until I've got first, because we're all like that. Grenstar, 144,500 credits for 3 laps around Suzuka with the hardest difficulty, and I got myself worked through it. That's cool. Mitch is not responding. You must be streaming. So I got 8th here. It's nice that it tells you where you've got. That's quite a nice little feature, I have to say. Upstomp, I'm fine with the value of it, but that's based on not actually having played the new mode at all. Yeah, it's good credits. Don't get me wrong. It is good credits. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Right, let's get out there and do a quali. Peter Brown. Hello, 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 hello. He says the Mitsubishi and he's deleted that. Right, let's see if we can do a little bit better in this one. It does look, I think it does look like there's a lot of content there. How engaging is it? It's just, you know, you've done the World Circuit races. It's really just glorified World Circuit races, in my opinion. Racing the AI. Like I said, I think the concept is there for people that just race single player mode. I think that it's given them something new that they needed. If PD are going to add to this, then I think that could be quite interesting. But for most of us that are like online player, multiplayer players, I think this is just going to be a grind. You know, I don't know if Dan is watching, but for somebody like Gamer Dan that likes to have 100% game completion, I think this is just going to be a grind. He's going to do these races super easy. A and A plus people are going to just blitz through this. They're probably not going to bother with the quali, with the practice. They'll go straight into the quali, put a decent qualifying lap time in, run away from the start, and it's going to be a tick box exercise, is my feeling. So we are in the hard car for this racetrack. In a racetrack that I'm not overly good at. And bear in mind, I'm only a B rank racer. Grenster's just done the first American muscle car race. It's found that easy. What are the 3 American cars you can use, Grenster? Assuming it's the same as this. Or, better still, what is the hard muscle car? Well, I think Sophie's difficulty is dynamic. I don't think you've got any control over that. And I'm going to assume that it's going to learn as we race. And it's going to get better and better and better. It depends. I'm talking now, not concentrating on what I should be doing. You know, Sophie was supposed to be AI, and I always thought that Sophie was supposed to learn and race the way that you were racing and, you know, try and almost emulate as if you're racing against real people. But then you got the difficulty with the cars. So you could do this in the Peugeot 205, which is a quick car. You could do it in the Mini, which is a mediocre car, or you can do it in the Fiat Abarth, which is the slow car, the one that I'm in at the moment. So you have got AI and difficulty of car. Which is alright until you want to do it on hard and you're in a car that you detest. Speedy says, have you seen the new LMU update? No, I haven't. I'm not keeping up with LMU, I must admit. I'm gonna probably keep up with LMU when it comes to the console. If that would hit GT7, they would have been 85% players. What, as in you're saying LMU would take a load of GT7 racers away? LMU does seem to be good. Halfway through. Again, I do find it annoying the way that that pops up on the screen. This day and age, it really ought to be an audible voice, if I'm honest. Come on, Randy, come, Randy, come, Randy, come. I think for an average B-rank racer like me, these are going to be a bit of a challenge on the hard settings, which is good. Hello, Unfazed. I do like the Spec III update. This is the paid update. So the Spec III update I really like. I like the new cars. The two tracks, oh, that the Yas Marinas track is just gorgeous. It's really lovely. I ran that at night earlier on in the Ferrari. I really, really liked it very much. At the moment, I'm just looking at the paid DLC parts of the release today. Which really just seems to be 6 new cars to be won by completing these 6 nodes, as it were. 6 themed tracks of several races. And looking at this, it's looking harder. You can see Sophie 5 seconds ahead of me at the moment. Sophie will be in a much faster car, of course. Two minutes remaining. I think we are going to struggle in this, if I'm honest. Can we shave a few more seconds off of this? Oh, this is the one that I'm crashing on all the time. Hard on the brakes. Getting this slowed down. Drive to the line. Can we get a 1.8? 1.57. That gets us fourth. That does get us fourth at the moment. Quite some considerable way off of first place. But you could, I mean, first place is in the Gulf. Second place is in a Russian thingy. I don't know what that is. I mean, that car, I don't even remember what make that is. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. The first one was very, very, very easy in the Mini around Eiger. Renster, rolling start, Laguna Seca with muscle cars. So what is the hard muscle car, Renster? King Weirdo, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. There's quite a few people jumping in at the moment. So where are we? Let's just speed this along. Let's just speed this along and then we'll get into the race and see if we can just get a little bit higher. So I'm probably going to need to work with the guys up front. We're starting fourth. Probably going to have to work hard with the guys and also be careful on the tyres and the gears and just see what we can do. If I can go top three, I'll probably progress and then I'll come back because time is getting on. I've only got 50 minutes left of my lunch break. But it's giving you an idea of what this power pack is about. And I'm assuming that when you get through to the end and you get that car ticket will be the car that they say that you're going to get. There's 6 new cars in here. The VW Barger Bug is the one that is all over the place at the moment. Well, Mango got a blinding start off the line. How on earth did that car go away that fast? I think we're in trouble already. Maybe the hard settings are the domain of the A and the A+ rank racers. Don't go off. So we find ourselves down in 6th already. Look at the way the leader is running away. So one little mistake and we're now going to fall back again. This is definitely a little bit more challenging than the first race. Be very interesting to see what this one would be like in the Mini, as opposed to the hard setting medium one. Oh, I've gone in the grass again. I won't need to slip. Seconds behind the leader. I mean, the leader is gone in a much quicker car. So I think the hard is good. It's going to be a real challenge for a lot of people. It's certainly going to be a big challenge for me. Whether it be a big challenge for A and A+ rank racers, that's off. Just while I'm trying to get a bit more speed through the corner. Granch, I think you're right. I think they might have got this right. For the slower racers, you know, the slower car is probably going to be great. For intermediate racers like me, the medium one will be good. And then for the faster racers, the A and the A pluses, then this car. I did find that the medium was a little bit too easy at Eiger, if I'm honest. This one I think would be a little bit of a challenge, but 4 laps and we are 16 seconds off the pace. That's quite a lot to find. What's that, 4 seconds a lap? Whoa. And if you try and, like I did there, you just try and put a wheel in the corner just to try and get a little bit of a boost, then you're in trouble. Right, I'm just going to try something. I'm going to retire. Does that now retire the whole weekend, or does that retire this race? This is the question. What have we just done by retiring? It's only that one race. Okay. So there's 100,000 credits that are available. So we can bag those. Fine. We'll have that. We can do the next one. So let's just enter this. So I'm going to go with this R-Bath. But the Mini is really the car I want to be doing it in. So we can come... No, I don't want to do that. So we've got to go into the practice. Once in the practice, then you can exit the practice. Then you can go into the quali. Right, for me, I am going to need to qualify. Coming through the traffic is not going to work. I mean, I'm not going to lie. This rate, the first one, I'd sort of like, oh, this is a bit mad. This is going to be easy. This is just going to be a grind. This one's making me work. I think when we eventually get first on this, it will be one of those hurrah moments. What I've got to do is stay off the curbs. Keep the revs high. Oh, lift off oversteer in that corner. Banana Head, good afternoon. I'm not sure if this is what GT8 will be like. I do think that PD have probably put a lot of their things that they might have been keeping for GTA into this because of everything that's been going on. It's a big release. There's a lot in Spec 3. But this is the paid DLC pack that I'm running now. Is what they refer to as the Power Pack. I don't know quite where the name Power Pack has come from. So basically £25 is going to get you 50 additional races, 6 new cars that you've got to race to win. And then I'm assuming once you're done, you're done. Unless, of course, the aim is for PD to release more and more and more and more of these, which they could easily do. They could easily introduce another 1 or 2 cars and you've got to run these race weekends to acquire that car rather than just getting it in credits. Which could be an interesting direction for them to go. Credits were a bit of a nothing as far as I was concerned. I mean, it's helped me to boost my bank balance a little bit, because I had about 8 million credits saved up before today, and they pretty much were all chewed up by buying the new cars in the Spec III. So this has now given me a few credits towards the £20 million cars that I've got to save up for. But to be quite honest, you know, you can grind for 5 million credits fairly quickly. So from my point of view, I think what we're doing is we're paying for GT8 development. If I'm honest, I think it's a cash injection midway through the game's life as an investment into the new version that's coming. When that's going to come, I don't know. But again, I've got no justification for saying that. It is just my own personal thoughts. You know, I think I've done over 3,000 hours in the game now, and I paid what, about 50 quid for the game. That is an awful lot of entertainment for £50. An awful lot of entertainment. Alright, there we go. We return to pit. So we're on the front row at the moment. We can speed it up, and we'll just see what happens. I'm interested in where Heisel jumps in. Heisel's just jumped in at the top. That Golf, very, very, very quick indeed. I'm getting to the point now where I'm not going to be able to get out and do another lap. But I think to beat Heisel in this car, you're going to have to be A or A plus and absolutely nail every corner, every turn, every braking point, every acceleration point. Far beyond my capabilities. He's nearly 3 seconds a lap faster. That's a lot. That is an awful lot. Right. So we're going to be going second. But I don't think, even if I push this as hard as I possibly can, I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near Heisel in that Golf. I think it's too quick. I mean, just look at the difference between the two cars. One's a tiny little weeny little thing, and Heisel's in a great big Golf. Grenster's just saying it's not easy with the hard cars, which is the way it should be. Should be difficult. And Grenster's A plus. You know, I'm a B rank racer, so it's good to hear that, you know, it is hard to do. I mean, look at that Golf, it's disappearing already. And we got this other little Fiat 500 behind that's... I mean, where's he getting that speed from? It's like he's in a different car. Three corners and I'm down to 6th already. Oh, no, we binned it. Right. That's hard in that car. Very, very, very hard. What I'm going to do now, just for science, is when we get there, we're going to enter this, but we're going to go in the Mini. So we only get a little bit less money, and we don't get the kudos of doing it in the hard, on the hard settings. But I just want to see how much easier this is. We're going to go in the Mini this time. I mean, this is already feeling a lot more fun in the Mini than the Abarth. I can't lie. But of course, we're all going to want to do it on the hard car, aren't we? Therein is the challenge. I'm interested in how much easier it is in this car than the hard car. I'm already finding that I can put it in the dips of the curbs. So much more grippy. Thank you, Unfazed, for popping in. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I need to get more over on the left in the Abarth for that one. Over to the right even in the Abarth. So again, I've got the confidence to put this through the curbs now in a way that we didn't in the Abarth. Aren't these real World Series race names, race drivers? Or maybe they've got made up names, I don't know. Come on, get round, don't go on the grass. So you're putting a dip in the wheel there in the Abarth and you're going around. In the Mini, you can get away with it. So much more grip through there. Right, let's see how we do now then. So, where is our friend Heisel? Not set a decent lap time yet. Just coming through sector 3. He'll jump right the way up the table. And he's gone second behind me by some 0.3 of a second. There will be another lap. Is Heisel going around? He is going around. He's number 83 on the map. And we still stay top. And he's come in. So they're not doing another one. Marty is the last one. So we've immediately in the qualifying, we've gone from, well, we were second, weren't we? But we've gone and we're a good 3 seconds slower, I think, if I remember correctly. So that Mini significantly quicker than the Abarth. The difference between the medium and the hard. So let's just see how we do in the race. Let's see if this is easier, a lot easier. So let's just start. So we are on the front row of the grid. We have got Heisel on the inside. Only 12 runners, I think, on this one. Crazy amount of wheel spin without traction control on. So just burying the accelerator pedal, not a good idea off the line on this one if you're on traction control 0. Traction control 1 just held back the power quite nicely off the line, but that's nothing new. Whoa. I want to do this in the Golf. Come on, he's 2 seconds ahead. We're not gaining at all on him. Just got caught up on the grass there a little bit, just while I was trying to carry as much speed around that corner as possible. And on the grass again there. No shortcuts in this one. Eyes all 0.3 of a second faster. Only got 2 laps to do this. Pushing this as hard as I dare. Be significantly easier than the R-Bath, I'm not going to lie, but still very hard to catch Heisel out front in the Golf, which is a very, very, very quick car. The grass again, I'm just trying to push this as hard as I can, using all the track and more, just to try and stay with him. Stay on the track, stay on the track, stay on the track. We got it down to 1.8. Just try to be as brave as I possibly can. Just under a second at the moment. He's got a better run. Come on, give me a slipstream. It's almost like Sophie's coded to go quicker and quicker. The faster I go, the faster she goes. So easier in the Mini, much easier in the Mini. Still a battle, but very much easier to do that. The R bath really hard. I found that really hard in the R bath. If I'm perfectly honest. Won't worry about the replay. So yeah, I would like to go back and redo this on the hard. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to clear it on the medium, and then I'll come back and do it again on the hard. So now we've got the, we're stepping up on the cars now. We've got the Alfa, Mercedes and the BMW. If we go that way, we've already captured those credits, and we've got the Porsche, well, 3 Porsches if we go the Porsche Legends. And for this one we need 80 stars to run that, so that's interesting. Is that going to block us? We're on 40, so with 2 mediums will probably get us there. Then we need 90 for this one up here, so we do need to get the number of stars, which is interesting. So let's do this one next. Now the car that I do like the BMW. Do we go for the hard one? Welsh Boy says, the 3 races I've done, the AI seems to be slow, and that's on the hardest difficulty in using the slowest cars, possibly just certain races I did. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I did struggle in the Arbath, Welsh Boy, but again, you're one of our quick racers, so oh, this one is a proper touring car race. Right, let's just see what we can do in the quali. This feels a lot more like it. I feel excited to be racing this one, whereas the Arbath was just like, will it please end? Will the misery please end? I was going to say it would be nice if you could set the difficulty but run in whichever of the 3 cars you wanted and they were all the same. But again, this is the whole idea, is it's getting you into different cars. Some cars that maybe you're not used to racing in, like the Arbath. Whoa. This one also doesn't like poking up on the inside of the curbs. We'll just be careful of that. We're on hard tyres. Interesting, I'm used to racing this one with the sports tyres on it, and it doesn't handle as nicely on the racing hard tyres, if I'm honest. If I had the option, I would probably have put the sports tyres on this one. Baronel, who's Sophie? Sophie's the AI in Gran Turismo. Ooh. It's like the AI, well, they call it an AI agent, which is the wrong word in AI speak. Oh no, you can't go on the curb there. We did that before. Cannot hook up that curb. Need to stay off that big time. Stay off the curb through here. Oh, brake a bit early for that one. Just trying to push this. It's a bit better. Just braking a tad earlier. Some of these corners that I'm used to. Just don't get on the curb. Oh, that text has put me off again. I hate. That's one thing I really wish I could turn off. That is something I really wish I could turn off. That text comes across your eye line, and your eye lifts, and then that's horrible. That has to go. PD, if you're listening, please enable us to turn that off. Good afternoon, Bix. Welsh Boy says, I will upload my replay in a bit, and I don't see Sophie until I start lapping them. And that has been similar in all 3 races. I think my Sophie is broken. Oh dear. That's not good. Right. So where are we? We're starting 7th, so we've dropped quite a bit. But again, we are in the hard car for this one rather than the medium. The Alpha is the quick car. The BMW is the slow one. Ooh. Right, I'm just going to do this one and then I will need to call it a day. Absolutely peeled into the first corner. And ourselves dropping back already. Don't go on the gravel. Whoa! We've got some work to do in this one. Ooh, wasn't expecting Sophie to break there. Don't get hooked up on the curbs. Including this one. Oh! Let's just do a restart. Let's just start that one again. So again, we are going to go in the more difficult car. Let's go into this. Let me just check. I'm a bit over on time, so I might not be able to get this one done. Might have to come back to this one tomorrow. So this isn't actually Spec 3, no. There's a question there, is this Spec 3? No, this is not Spec 3. Oof. Gone off again there. Well, I'm just talking. What I might do is I might have to bring this to an end in a moment and then come back to this one tomorrow. I think I can probably do this one on the hard setting with a little bit of practice. And it'd be nice to do one on the hard settings. Thank you, Bix. It's quite a challenge, I'm not going to lie. And it's certainly not something you're going to do in 5 minutes. Especially if you want to do this 100% in-game and on the hard settings. And if you're an average racer like me. You cannot put it on the grass. Right, I am gonna need to call it a day because I'm a bit over on my lunch break, and I'm aware of that, and that's what's making me not concentrate quite so much at the moment. But this is the DLC, the paid DLC pack that I am doing at the moment, and it's entertaining. It is entertaining. I'm going to come back and do a bit more of this tomorrow. So what we did is we went into, I don't know if there's any way of zooming. Oh, it can zoom out. So we've got 40 stars at the moment by doing a GTI on a 1 chili and the other GTI on a 1 chili. It's quite nice that it shows you that you've got your 1 chili. That is because I've done that on the medium, whereas I haven't won the race on the 2 chili, which is the hard setting. That was in the R bath. And then you've got the flag waving. Let me just go back over so you can see. So, sorry, 2 chilies. So 1 chili and 1 chili. That shows I've done it on the medium setting. If you do it on the 2, on the hard, I'm assuming you'll have 2 chilies. Then you can also see that you've got the races that are available to us, the waving flag, and you can see that I have picked up the 100,000 credits that we won there. So what I'm going to do today is tomorrow afternoon, all being well, is I'm going to come back and I'm going to tackle all of this and do this all on medium, all of the greens on medium, and just see how we do. So 1, 2, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races to do. So we've got all of those to do. Tonight, I am going to be streaming hopefully from 7 o'clock. And I'm going to open up some of the new Spec 3 content. So this is the downloadable, chargeable content. Later on, I'm going to be doing the Spec 3 stuff. So for those of you that have downloaded Spec 3, what we do tonight, you will be able to do. You won't need to have bought this, and we're going to come back to this tomorrow. So at the moment, I've done 2 races, 2 races, and the rewards claimed 1 of 37. But again, I'll remind you that that is on the 1 chili, which is the medium, not on the hard. Some of the other guys are doing it on the hard. For now, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again in a few hours' time, hopefully around about 7 o'clock. See you then. If not, I'll see you hopefully 1 o'clock for another couple of hours of this. For now, take care. Bye-bye.